Jason, wow, you are literally first. That is crazy. 9 seconds in. Well done, sir. Well done. You're welcome to come in. Hey guys, Vegan Starter Lady here. Got the Uncaged Front, Rebecca. Is it okay if I advertise you by that? Yeah. Check out her blog. It's amazing. She talks about being an activist and a vegan with dystopia and just, living life with trying to stand up for the animals.
Yep.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say about it? I didn't even think about.
I try and write something about every other week right now. I struggle with a lot of internal, challenges like a lot of vegans do, and so. I don't want to do the TikTok thing, so I was like, what can I do? I'll do a blog,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, everyone should do what they can do, whatever your strengths are. Hey, Martin, it's good to see you. Lambretta, second. I saw that.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Awesome, guys. I think it's also Lambretta. Yeah. Man, it's hard to see. It's kind of bright out here. But do you guys like having, I tried to make the sound so it's coming through both speakers this time. Do you guys prefer us having the camera like this so we can see your comments? I don't know if you guys like us interacting or not, or if you just prefer us to get into it.
I feel like I need to put on my reading glasses.
Yeah. Yeah, it's teeny tiny writing. I don't know if there's a way to make it bigger.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's all good.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and get started, guys. Let me know if, the camera looks good. See, everything's reversed because we're using the other camera. When I use the front camera, everything's the right direction. And it's actually a higher quality camera, but this is kind of fun being able to communicate with you guys. So. Yeah, exactly. It is. It's all opposite worlds. Hey, do you want to answer a few questions? Oh, okay, no worries. Awesome. We'll go ahead and get started. There's lots of people. Hey, you guys want to answer a few questions? All right. Standing next to a bunch of vegetables and mushrooms. I love it. Hi. You want to answer a few questions? Awesome. We're live on YouTube. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let me put down my sign. Put it down so we can read it together. All right. My name's Anna.
Hi, Anna.
Hi. Lovely to meet you. What was it again?
David.
David. I'll have you stand right at that line there.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So we're just asking people about oppression. Do you think the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
I do not.
I agree. These questions are going to seem kind of obvious. What if the oppressor is really strong? Who's stronger than the powerless?
I don't think that should matter at all.
I agree. What if the powerful are really smart? They have a higher IQ.
That doesn't matter either.
What if the oppressor has been oppressing the powerless for so long? It's a tradition. It's been in their family for so long. Is it moral then? Do they have the right?
No.
I agree. All right, so this last question might feel like a gotcha, but don't feel judged. I did this for a long time. What do you think about the animals that we send to the slaughterhouse or use for clothing or entertainment? Would you agree that we're oppressing them?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you know what the word vegan means?
Yes.
Tell me what you think it means, or share with me.
I think it means living without dependency on animal products.
Yeah, it's pretty close. That is something that we do. So veganism is just a stance against the exploitation of sentient beings. So if you were being oppressed and I had the opportunity to pay that person and benefit from it, I wouldn't do it because I know, you care about what happens to you and, I don't think it's right for me to use you for my benefit. So that's veganism. I'm hearing that. Does it sound like it aligns with your principles?
I think it does.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. So is there anything you think that we need from animals that might justify continuing to use them?
That's a really good question. I think we find ourselves, for a variety of reasons, compromising those kinds of principles.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
But in terms of an actual rationale, I can't think of any.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I guess my question would lead to what's stopping you from leaving this conversation living vegan, respecting the animals from now on?
Probably just lack of awareness or consciousness. Or
yeah. If I had resources to give you, would you be willing to check that out or check out the excuse me, see if I have the pocket. There it is. Would you be willing to like look into it?
Sure.
Awesome. Okay, so if you scan this,
Okay.
it'll actually take you to a documentary. It's just called Dominion. And if you can't scan that, just Google Dominion 2018. This
Okay.
is just the name of it. It's free. It's on
2018,
YouTube.
okay.
Yeah, Dominion 2018.
All right.
And it just shows you standard practice. It's not a gotcha film. It's just so that you're an informed consumer. So
Okay.
that, you know, if you're going to continue to demand animals be used, you know exactly what it is you're asking for. Because they like to paint this picture, right, of happy animals accepting fair use. And I just want you to be a knowledgeable consumer if that's what you're going to do.
I'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
For sure.
And if you have any nutrition questions, if you scroll below the documentary, there's something called nutritionfacts.org. And they have all the answers to any nutrition you need on a plant-based diet so that
Okay.
you're fully prepared. So vegan from now on?
I'm gonna give it a go.
Okay.
Okay, so far, so good.
Could I challenge you one last thing before I let
Yes.
you go?
Yes.
Could you go plant-based until you watch that documentary?
Yes.
Meaning no animal
Yeah,
products until
that's
then?
all I'm shopping for today.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
What was your name one more time?
David.
David, that was amazing. You're very open-minded. I
Thanks.
really appreciate you,
Thank you.
even being willing to walk up to me. So.
Thanks.
Yeah, you have a great day,
All
David.
right, you too.
Enjoy the market. That was beautiful. Guys, that was beautiful. Hey, Daniel, it's good to see you in there. Yeah, he's going to look at the resources. It sounds like they align with his principles. I think we all share the same principle. We think using someone without their consent is immoral. We ourselves wouldn't want to be used. So I think most people actually do agree. Well, you don't know what he'll do. The first thing is being informed. First thing is learning, right? Being confronted with what's going on. And if you're not aware, of course, I don't expect everybody to just believe everything I'm saying. I expect them to go do research. Hey, LTN. Awesome. Well, guys, make sure you like and share the live. Make sure we can get this spread further. We can get more people to watch. And please, if you can, maybe subscribe. But like I said, like and share. Also, go follow Anti-Animal Use, okay? I'll be on there right after this. We'll be doing the exact same thing. And it's just on YouTube, Anti-Animal Use. So go check out that channel. Make sure you subscribe and follow there too. Oh, hey, Lewis, I see you. Okay, guys, let's get back to it. Hi. Do you guys want to answer a few questions? Okay.
This just made me not buy too much.
Hi. Do you want to answer a few questions? Okay. Hey. Good morning. Hi. Do you want to answer a few questions? Oh, okay. I don't know what the finger was for. Usually that means one moment. Hi. Do you want to answer a few questions? Hello. Do you want to answer a few questions?
Hello, I'm okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I love your dress, by the way. It looks very cozy. Hi, do you want to answer a few questions? No? All right. Hey, doing a social experiment. You want to answer a few questions? Yeah, no. Rump sucks. Hi, you want to answer your question? You only take 5-10 minutes? We're just asking people about oppression. It's nothing political. Do you want to do it?
Sure.
Awesome. I am live on YouTube. Is that okay?
Sure.
Excellent. Let me put this down. I'll just have you stand at that line right there, just right behind it.
Okay.
Perfect,
What are you
perfect.
talking about?
Just oppression. We're just talking about so oppression means prolonged cruel treatment. I'm sorry. My name's Anna. What's yours?
Samaj.
Samaj. Lovely to meet you.
You too.
So yeah, oppression means prolonged cruel treatment.
Okay.
Do you think the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
Should the powerful have the right to oppress the powerless? Based off your definition, I would say no.
I agree. These questions will seem obvious.
Okay.
What if the oppressor is really strong, very muscular, can manually keep him down? Does he have the right then?
No.
Okay. What if the oppressor is really smart? Does she have the right to oppress then over the powerless?
No.
I agree. Okay,
Yeah.
so this next one is going to feel like the gotcha, but I
Okay.
promise I'm not judging you. I did it for a long time. What do you think about the animals that we send to slaughterhouse or we use for food, clothing, entertainment? Would you agree that we're oppressing them?
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
Do you think there's anything that we need from animals that would like justify us doing this to them or continuing?
Not necessarily. I mean, I guess that would depend on what you've been taught or maybe your culture, religion that you're in. Some people feel like we need them for food or clothing or such. So
What about for you? Is there anything that you specifically need?
that I need from animals?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I love my dog.
Yeah. So you've built a relationship with someone.
Yeah.
There's a personality. Yeah. So I guess what I'm pointing out to people is, can they see a difference between like their companion dog and like a cow? Like, is there a morally relevant difference that justifies the difference in treatment to you?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I agree.
Yeah.
So then that just leads me to want to ask you, what's stopping you from leaving this conversation vegan?
Nothing.
You know what? It's funny. You sound like me. That's how I was when I was confronted with this question. I was like, "There's nothing."
Nothing. Nothing. Yeah.
So if I gave you some resources, would you be willing to look into veganism?
Yeah.
And living in alignment with those principles?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
Resources help with that.
hell yes.
Yeah.
I agree. I honestly had to look through the resources until I was totally confident to do something.
No, I appreciate this.
So-
So I've had these conversations. Not having resources makes it harder to
Absolutely, because then
you
you're
know,
like, oh my
venture that.
God, I
It's
just
like-
had this epiphany and I don't know what to do
what
about
to do.
it.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Exactly. So this is great.
So what's great about this, you scan it and it'll bring you to a documentary called Dominion.
Okay.
If you don't want to scan it, that's fine. You can just look up Dominion 2018 on YouTube. It's free.
Okay.
Just shows you standard practice so that when you go into the stores, you're not hypnotized by these pictures of happy animals. You know what it is you're asking for.
Yeah.
Because they want you, they're trying to lull you into buying their products.
Yeah.
So it's good to be informed. And then if you're worried about nutrition, just scroll below that. There's something called nutritionfacts.org.
Okay.
And they have something called the Dailey Dozen. It's just an easy checklist. Make sure you get all your nutrition in a day so you're not missing out on anything.
Yeah.
You stay healthy. But it's up to you. We're just asking people to live your life just without using animals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is this for me to keep or
That is for
scan
you
it
to
and
keep.
give back?
Oh,
Okay.
that is for you to
Cool.
keep. Yeah.
Cool.
So vegan from now on?
I'm gonna do my best and try.
All right.
Yes.
So I'll ask you
Yes.
one last hard question. How many more animals do you want exploited for you? Is it more than 0?
No. None.
I agree. Yeah. The only way to do is to go vegan.
To go vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was your name one more time?
Samaj.
Samaj.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I'm so
No,
sorry.
that's okay.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Thank you
okay.
so much
Thank
for stopping
you.
by that.
Thank
Such
you.
an open mind. Thank you.
Yeah.
It really takes, a brave person too to step up.
Yeah,
So
no, I
thank you for
appreciate
doing
it.
that.
Thank you for what you're
If
doing.
you
This
have
is
any,
great.
I was gonna say, if you have any questions, you can find me on Vegan Stoner Lady.
Okay,
You can reach
Vegan
out to me.
Stoner Lady,
These
I
are all
like
the
that.
social medias I'm on.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you so much,
Awesome.
Samaj.
Samaj.
Samaj,
You
thank
got
you
it.
so much.
Thank you.
All right. Well, you
Thank
have a great
you.
day. Enjoy the market.
You have a good day.
Thank
Thank you.
Yes. Hi. Do you guys want to come on camera? We're still on the Vegan Stoner Lady account, but I just trying to get everyone.
Hello,
guys.
we're here today. We are not
we got
sick
Elvin,
today.
Cooper.
Hello, everybody. Have
guys feel
recovered.
better?
Yes, we're definitely recovered. So ready to be back out here.
It's so good to see you guys. Yes.
I was telling him, I was like, we cannot get sick and miss one again. Like it feels like too long. Like
It does feel like a long time. Like I feel the same way when I'm trying to do every other week. I'm like, I need more.
it's like half a month. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, it
a lot of
just flies
time.
by.
Yeah.
I agree. Well, I don't know if you guys are still warming up. I can keep going.
I'm still warming up. I
Yeah,
think.
absolutely. No problem. All right, guys, let's see. Would, but don't know the exact law. Yeah, that was 2 in a row, guys. That's amazing. Oh, Daniel says hi.
Oh, hello.
Elvin says hello.
I made this one with you in mind, but I didn't know if you'd like these colors. So there's other.
Whichever one that you thought. Yeah,
okay.
thank you. Oh my goodness, you're so sweet.
Oh, thank you. It says for the animals. Vegan for the animals. It's backwards, but I'm going to put it on right now. Oh my God, thank you. I love it so much. Thank you, Elvin. That's beautiful. I love it. I love it so much. Um, something about Brussels sprouts and artichokes. I like both of those. Those are both great. You guys want to answer a few questions? All right, no worries. Yeah, yeah. Hey, do you want to answer a few questions?
You can wait here. Somewhere.
Here, do you guys want to answer a few questions?
Your guys is actually
Hey, do you want to answer a few questions? We're live on YouTube. I'm just asking about oppression, nothing political. Oppression? Mm-hmm. Prolonged cruel treatment. Awesome.
Am I being video?
Yes, I was just going to point out we're live on YouTube.
Oh God, no.
Okay, no worries then. I can ask you off camera.
Yeah.
Awesome. If you wanted to stand right there. Awesome. We got to be a little closer. You won't be on camera, I promise. You're outside of the frame right here. Yeah, that you can just see me.
Okay.
All right. So oppression. Do you think that oppression means prolonged cruel treatment. Do you think the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless? So again, oppress means prolonged cruel treatment.
What does it mean?
Prolonged cruel treatment. So let's say someone wanted to oppress you because they wanted some benefit, and you didn't do anything wrong. Do you think they have the moral right, because they have the ability to, they have the moral right to oppress you? Without your consent. Is it really that hard?
Yeah, it's.
It's not a trick question.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going too deep, I think, into it.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
so
just
based
like-
off of what I said, let's say I wanted to use you for labor, but I don't care about your opinion. Is that moral? Should I do that? That's all right.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
I mean, my instinct is yes, because my opinion doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because I'm there to do a
So I'm
task.
here asking your opinion.
So
In
I'm there
your
to-
opinion,
Well, I'm there to do a task, you said, right? A job?
not a job. I'm just going to use you for whatever I want. Maybe your labor, maybe
Labor, yeah.
Maybe one day, maybe
Labor for
I
a task.
decide you've lived long enough and I want to eat your muscle because I think you taste like bacon. Should I be? Is that moral? You think that's okay?
Well, no, that's going deeper. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's wrong with that?
okay.
Do you want to live?
What's wrong with eating my muscle?
Yeah. Do you want to live?
Well, what
Or do you
about-
want to be free to do what you want to
What
do?
about the Donner Society? The Donner
Yeah,
Party?
yeah. Do you think because they had to survive in the mountains that they have the right to farm humans? Because it was there
Well-
for their survival, right?
Yeah.
They ate other humans to survive. So
Yeah,
does that
yeah.
mean that when they're not in survival, they have the right to birth humans into existence to farm and eat?
Earth humans?
Yeah, that's how you get them. How do you get more? You got to make somebody make a baby.
No, yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, that wouldn't be right. I wouldn't want that done to me. I'm sure if you ask anybody around here if they'd want that, they would say no. So do you think it's moral for the powerful to oppress the powerless? When is it ever okay? I see you sucking on your teeth, but like, when is it ever okay? Like, what dilemma are you really toying between?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't need you to be contrarian. I'm just genuinely asking, do you think the powerful should oppress the powerless? Do you think they have the right? It's all right. If you want, you can walk on and just think about it. You can come back to me with your answer. It really isn't that deep. It's pretty on the surface.
Well, it is. I mean, it's kind of deep because.
Well, do you think human slavery is wrong? Do you think that we should be able to enslave each other?
Well, there's different grades.
No. Should I be able to
No,
enslave people,
but you're
period?
talking about
Should I be able to
the
enslave people, period?
powerful using the powerless.
Yeah. That's slavery.
That's general.
Isn't that the powerful and, using someone without their consent against their will? Isn't that oppression?
Don't call me that.
I mean, you can almost say just having a job is
Well, maybe it is
working in
exploitative.
all these people working in the workforce.
Yeah, but you have
for
you
paycheck.
put in consent to that,
You
right?
could say that's slavery, right?
No, you cannot,
Why not?
because they're paid and they have an option to leave. They have
How about
families they go
sharecroppers?
home
How about
to.
sharecroppers? Is that
What?
sharecropping in the South?
I don't know what you're talking about now.
Okay.
Well, we can end it here. I don't think you're being genuine. I think you're just trying to be contrarian, and I'm not really here for that. And it doesn't sound like you're actually even prepared. So I'll tell you to move on.
Just being contrarian right there.
Okay. You have a good day. Do you want to answer any questions? I just want to talk to someone who's genuine. He was like really taking his time with it. They're obvious questions. It was just so painful.
Okay.
It's just about oppression, nothing political.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah,
and then we're live on YouTube. Are you okay with being on camera?
Yes, that's cool.
Yeah, you're not on camera yet, but
Okay.
you just have to stand up. Yes.
Okay.
There are 23 right. No, sorry, 107.
Oh, 107. Okay.
170.
Okay.
170.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
But it's awesome. So I'll just have you stand right here, right there. Awesome. My name's Anna.
Anna Soren.
Soren, lovely to meet you.
Is my hair
Soren.
normal sauce?
Oh, you can see yourself if you want.
Oh my God. Hey. Hey, people.
Awesome.
Whoa.
So we're just talking about oppression. Oppression just means prolonged, cruel treatment. Do you
Sure.
think the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
I mean, maybe I'm preaching to the choir here, but no.
Right.
And throughout all of history, every system is built to do so.
Yeah. And that's not moral, right? That's
No, absolutely
I
not.
agree.
Absolutely not.
What if the powerful are really strong? Should they have the right then?
Like physically or like?
Oh, whatever. Yeah.
See, I think I think
the
that's
strengths give you the moral right to oppress someone.
no, not at all.
Oh.
Not at all.
What about intelligence? If you have more intelligence than others, does that give you the right to oppress others?
No, I think if you're smarter than someone, sure you might get ahead in life, but getting ahead is through a systematic means of oppression.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. Our systems are definitely flawed greatly in the sense that they're more set up to help others than they are.
I think
some
people like to
groups.
perpetuate the system of capital through mirroring it through nature. It's saying the fittest are the best.
Yes, I agree.
But capital is not inherently human. I think capital as a whole. I mean, call me a radical. Sorry.
No, yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm not a fan of capitalism. Unfortunately, it's the system we live in, so I work with the levers that I have
Sure,
to
as
like
one
make
does.
a change if I want to. But yeah, I
Gotta
I'm
eat
not-
somehow.
Exactly, I gotta do something. So what if we already went through that. So this last question is going to seem a little like a gotcha, but I did it for a long time, so I'm not judging you.
No, lay it on me.
Yeah, cool. So what about the animals that we send to slaughterhouse or use for clothing, entertainment? Would you agree that we're oppressing them?
Yeah, actually, I believe in not just animal rights, but multi-species justice. Within the
Yeah.
idea that like certain animals get rights. That's like it's like the liberal version of multi-species justice, where it's like because we are also animals, we should like not centralize ourselves in the system of living.
Yeah. So you understand that animals are sentient just like we are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, having subjective experiences,
Yeah.
having emotions.
And I think we like air this level of superiority because we have like metacognition, maybe not in the way that other animals do, but who's to say that like trees don't, or, you know?
Sure, trees might, but more focused like on the animals. Are you vegan?
I'm not, no,
Okay.
but I can't even afford to eat meat because of how expensive it is out here.
Right now,
So
yeah.
I'll eat like the Beyond Meat. When I do, it's like I'll only get like nice stuff because it's not very good for you. The like American meat industry is pretty bad. Like I don't know. Like I like to like claim that I'm any better, but I'm not.
Oh, it's not about being better. It's more like, well, I'll start here. Have you heard of the word vegan?
Yes, of
Okay.
course. Of course.
What do you think vegan means, or at least just reflect with me what you think it means?
Nothing from an animal.
That is something that we do. We avoid using animal products, but veganism is actually a stance against the exploitation of others. So, for example, if someone was exploiting you for money, like they're exploiting you and they're selling the benefits to others, and I had the opportunity to give them money to benefit from that, I wouldn't do it because I'm vegan and I recognize you're a sentient being, as we were just talking about,
Right,
and
right.
you care about what happens to you. And I
Absolutely.
wouldn't want to support your exploitation.
Absolutely.
That's all veganism is. It's just recognizing the victim.
Okay, so it's like, so it goes beyond just like what we eat, is what you're
Oh
saying.
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
It goes into anything that you're going to purchase. You just make sure that it wasn't directly from someone's exploitation.
Ooh, then most produce, like I think farm workers in the U.S. are the most exploited class of laborers.
I don't disagree. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it go then. Ooh,
So if we were to more take an approach of like reducing harm in that sense, like how could we reduce harm on those workers?
well, I could give you the Marxist answer. I could give you the
Well, within our system,
The,
okay.
like-
as one individual, what can
sure,
you do?
sure. You know, you could try and get a petition to get people to lobby against like the use of pesticides during when they're like picking fruit. Like people in like planes will just drop pesticides on like the workers in the middle of their work shift, and that's like crazy.
Well, let me give you this perspective.
Sure.
Who do you think is consuming most of the plants that we grow right now?
The consumers isn't. I don't know. I don't know.
That's
Maybe
okay.
that's like
okay. It was kind of weirdly put. So the animals actually consume most of the plants that we grow. If we stopped animal agriculture, we could reduce our agricultural land use by 75%. So if we're worried about people that are being exploited in the agricultural industry, going vegan would be a great, huge way to reduce our demand on workers being in those fields.
Right.
We would still sadly be participating in our systems, but
Right.
the animal ag system is kind of doubled because it's not only the workers exploited for working on with the animals, but also the workers that grow the feed for the animals. So
Sure.
it's almost compounded, right?
Right.
So going vegan in that sense could reduce your harm on human workers. So let's say though you couldn't really. Trying to think. Like, let's say that it was actually no slavery in animal ag, and actually every worker that worked in animal ag was paid well and making a nice living. Would that justify enslaving somebody so that other people can enjoy taste pleasure?
No, I don't think so. I think, yeah, I think like, because it brings up the morality of like, because at first I think you were trying to come at the framework of like not doing this out of empathy for other humans, but I think like,
Well,
I kind of read that angle.
Yeah. So it's kind of a perk of veganism is that
No, I
it
hear
does
it.
help
I hear
benefit
it.
humans. But the main point, yeah,
Sure.
is the animals. And like that's why I try to throw it that even if, let's say, the animal ag wasn't oppressing humans as well, would the animal ag industry still be justified in birthing animals into existence just to be used by us? Does that make it moral?
yeah, like factory farming is like downright evil. I don't know. I think like I think there's like a
Well,
like-
I don't know if you understand my question. Let me
Yeah,
rephrase.
sure, sure.
Yeah.
No.
So what
Let
we
me
were
lock
talking. Sorry. So I know I said a lot of words.
No,
is
you're
what it
so
is.
good. You're so good.
So as we were saying, agricultural workers are oppressed, right?
Yes.
And we were talking about there was a concern that if we were to consume a plant-based diet, that we're now demanding exploitation of workers, right? Was that the concern? We were talking about exploitation.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And I was just trying to squash that by telling you, well, if you're worried about the exploitation of workers, going vegan would reduce that harm on the workers. That was the only point I was trying to make. And then I tried to steel man your argument that let's say you supporting animal ag is actually supporting the workers in the ag industry. Like they're not being enslaved, not being exploited. This is a hypothetical.
I see. Okay.
Would animal ag then be okay?
No.
Factory farm or even small farms?
No, not
Okay.
at all.
Okay.
I think me individually going vegan wouldn't like change anything individually, right? But I think it's a matter of collective action, and I think collective resistance in the same way that people will block oil pipelines.
Sure.
It's the same people that can
Yeah.
do the same
That-
stuff on
that-
these farms.
That is actually another great benefit of veganism. As we all start to become vegan, we do actually have a huge effect on these animal markets.
Yeah.
But on an individual basis, for you,
Sure.
do you feel comfortable giving your money to someone who's going to do something to an animal that you yourself wouldn't tolerate the treatment of? Like you wouldn't tolerate having a knife dragged across your throat or your
No,
baby's tail.
absolutely not. Well, if I even had the money to give, No, I wouldn't. And also, it's like not even healthy for you. Like,
Yeah, it can
like
be really unhealthy for sure.
I think humans have also evolved beyond like the need to. I mean, we are omnivores, hence like kind of really inciting that like this massive system we've built under capitalism, through capitalism, the commodification of life, has like kind of enabled this experience. Like, I don't know. I think I don't know. I think I think also there's a point in our society where it's like, if you're vegan, like why do other people care about your choice? Like, because I think there's so much pushback against like a choice.
Yeah. I think it's because I'm talking to you, right, for example.
Right.
And because I'm questioning your principles and showing that
Sure.
if you're not vegan, you're living out of alignment, that can create what's called cognitive dissonance, this uncomfortable feeling.
No, absolutely. But we
Yeah.
have to face those uncomfortable feelings.
Absolutely. That's part of being an adult, right?
Absolutely.
But
yeah.
I do think that humans have been kind of lulled into their routines, if you will.
I hear you.
So they're really comfortable, and change is hard and scary, even little
I
change.
hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, little change. Yeah, I think by default, I'm like fairly vegetarian. I'm like sometimes pescatarian. I don't know. Like, I think it would be very, very hard to switch to veganism because of the system built around me that has made me so dependent on it.
What makes it so hard? What is it that's kind of like holding
Oh,
you back?
The price it is to be vegan. It's so
It's actually
expensive.
they did studies on this. Specifically, even a whole food plant-based diet can be up to 30% cheaper than a regular omnivore diet. I understand though, like the Impossible and like the Beyonds, they can become a little
Sure,
expensive.
sure.
But there's ways to imitate those same things with whole foods, like with beans or even tofu, to the point where you won't really notice the difference, and it's way cheaper.
Interesting.
Yeah. If you were to find that it was cheaper, would you find it to be a moral obligation to live vegan then?
If I could go to the store if I could go to the store and save money by buying only vegan items, like, sure, why not?
Yeah,
Why
awesome.
not?
Okay.
And then your bonus is you're also like not eating people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Precisely. Yeah.
I
you're
think
not
animals
eating
have
someone.
personhood. I think I think you can have like a sense of like at least respect amongst inhumanity.
Yeah. Is
and
there
I think
a way to respect someone while using them though without their consent?
no, not at all. Not at all. I think animals eat other animals, and then but we've come to this point where we don't see ourselves as animals, so we've commodified every other animal.
Absolutely.
And I think like if you that's why I have respect for many cultures that pray over animals before they kill them, because they realize the personhood of them and what they realize the sin that they're committing.
Yeah.
Because I think like killing is an inherent sin no matter what you do. Does the world live based off of killing? Yes, it does, unfortunately. But can a better world exist as well?
And
Yes, it can.
How do we get there?
Yeah,
Yeah, one
Yeah.
person at a time, right?
absolutely.
Yeah. So vegan from now on?
Vegan from now on? I'll try. I'll
Awesome.
try. It's hard.
Can you? Let me give you a resource.
Sure.
So I just suggest. Did I already give you one of these? Oh, I just had a brain fart. Like I gave you one of these. So if you just scan this, it takes you to a documentary called Dominion. Just
Okay.
shows, and it's just standard practice. It's just showing you that if you are going to pick up fish, chicken, any of those individuals,
Yeah.
you need to know what it is you're asking that they went through. Because as soon as you pick up that package and purchase, or even a friend makes you a meal and you accept it, the next individual is going through that system to replace what you've taken.
Yeah.
So that's your part in this system.
Sure.
So you can make a huge difference if you switch from your omnivorous diet to a vegan diet. You can save 100 to like 300 individuals a year. That's huge.
Interesting.
Yeah. They won't be born into
Mom
existence.
calling.
Oh, okay. So if you could you go plant-based until you watch that documentary?
Yeah, okay.
Awesome. Okay. And then it's free on YouTube. It's like maybe 2 hours. How many more animals do you want exploited for you? Is it more than 0?
What was that?
How many more animals would you like exploited for you? Is it more than 0?
Well, ideally, no.
Right
None.
on. All right. The only way to do that is to go vegan. I really appreciate
it there.
What was your name?
Soren.
Soren. I don't think I asked your name in the beginning. Thank you so
No,
much,
it's okay.
Soren. I appreciate you stopping
Thank
by.
you.
I also appreciate your energy too. That was fantastic. You have a great day. Yay! It's fantastic. I love having, this is the third open-minded person I've had. Yeah. I really appreciate when people are willing to do the plant-based challenge because, I mean, that's a start. Honestly, there was actually a study done on this where they gave some students beef jerky and they gave students nuts, and then they asked them about the cognitive abilities of animals, and those that had consumed animals recently were less likely to see the animals as intelligent or worthy of moral consideration, whereas the students that ate the nuts were more willing to recognize that animals. Well, it's like we're thinking with our gut almost, right? Because we've consumed this in that cognitive dissonance of I just benefited from it and I really liked it, and yeah, so I think that I heard Chip do this, so I really think that plant-based challenge before they watch the documentary is smart because it's like they're detoxing their brain while they're watching that film and being like, oh, yeah, I don't actually need to do this. Yeah.
And it gives them some of those regrets that develop if you make a elongated transition period.
That too, because I always say, I wish as everyone does, wish I had done it sooner.
It gives them a focal point, I feel like, of like, oh, at least I was vegan since this lady told me, like literally ever since she told me. Like,
there's a mark in my mind of when
Yeah.
this happened. Exactly. They know their vegan birthday. It's on camera. Awesome. Let's see. Species is language. I hope you're not talking about me, vegan anthem. You guys are welcome to read comments too if you want.
I have my.
I left my phone out.
Oh my God, I'd be dying.
I was like, let me pay for the parking. I was like,
No! Oh God, I would hate to not have it.
oh, while we have nobody, did you guys want to try a vegan cookie? Or actually, I'll just let you know we have cookies.
Okay.
Ah, thank
I'll
you.
definitely try one
Yeah, I
of
was like,
those.
I'm okay right
It's
now.
like literally, what, 10 a.m.?
Yeah, it's always time for cookies. I don't know what you're talking about. Elvin made, looks like white chocolate chip cookies. Those look good.
Macadamia.
Oh, macadamia nut. Oh my God.
I had to make them because they were ones that I ate growing up a lot, and I just need to recreate those flavors for them. It's
Absolutely.
so easy. It's always so easy.
Yes.
Afterwards, you're like, why the hell are we not doing this?
Why are
as
we-
standard?
Yes,
Why
I
isn't
agree.
this the normalized?
Yes. It was at one point. It was at one point.
Might be asking.
Cookies
might
are
be
living.
asking for us. I'm so lazy.
It's okay. It's okay to love meat. That's not why people go vegan is because they hate the taste of foods. It's that they don't want to demand someone's exploitation. And if you enjoy flavor but don't want to demand exploitation, you should be vegan. There's plenty of delicious vegan foods. All you got to do is throw some seasonings, which are plants and minerals. Yeah, by the way. Yeah, please don't spam. Do unto others was a lie. I don't know what you're referencing. Yes, animals have inherent rights, but they're not recognized by most, so that's why we're here.
Animals eat animals.
Yeah, animals do eat other animals, but for one, they're in a different situation. They're surviving harsh environments with habits they were taught by their parents so that they keep alive. And to ask them to not do that is to ask them to just keel over. No one will do that. We should worry about ourselves before we start worrying about other animal nations. Yeah, but when we call a human a predator, are we giving them a compliment or are we saying that they're a dangerous person?
They actually just said that we are in our 6th mass extinction event,
Oh,
purely
that's true.
caused by humans.
Yeah.
It's the first extinction event that's caused by one specific species on the planet.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a
It's a big deal.
moment.
It's a big deal. Planet is burning. Actually, that's sadly what's going to probably do it is our planet will become plant-based, but not because of the ethics, unfortunately. I feel it'll be because our planet is burning. So, but maybe through that, the ethics will come through because I know that most people do agree.
Right.
And
Because as the animals are not in their mouth, as mouths, as
exactly. As people detox from the mindset, exactly. All right, let's get back out there. Do you want to answer a few questions? Do you want to answer a few questions? Okay. Hi. Okay. Hi. Hey, do you want to ask a few questions? Doing a social experiment on YouTube? All right, no worries. Hi, do you guys want to ask a few questions?
I wish you would.
Do you want to answer a few questions? All right, no worries. Oh, it's a fluffy dog. Oh, I'm loving seeing all these mushrooms. I love mushrooms. Ooh, and some fruit. Oof. Looks good.
And I like literally start running.
You guys want to answer a few questions? We're live on YouTube. Do you want to do a little interview? All right, no worries.
Oh, yeah?
A lot of eyes, a lot of curious eyes. Hi. Do you want to answer a few questions? All right, no worries. It's the best reaction. It's not the best. The best is when they come up. That's the best. Okay. Oh, I didn't do any like posing to take pictures.
Posing. Oh.
Yeah, I forgot to do that. Hey, do you guys want to ask a few questions? We're live on YouTube. It take like 5 minutes? No? Okay. All right. Well, enjoy the market. You guys are welcome to step up. I'm not talking to anybody. Yeah. Hey, saw you last week. Hi, do you want to answer a few questions? Okay, no worries, no worries. Hi. Do you want to answer a few questions? I might need some water soon. My mouth is dry.
Here, let me hold the sign for you.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I like that actually.
That way you can get a drink.
Yes. Also, there are, the cards are right there. And also, I have flow charts if you guys ever want to browse through.
Oh, I would like to.
Awesome. For you. And then I also have these. I don't know if you are ever interested in using these. I think I showed them to you last week.
Oh, yeah,
they got wet, but I dried them out. But they have, they have like the lifespan, they have imagery that's really graphic, right? But, that's wool.
Now, are these the same booklets, or are there different materials in them?
No, they're the same. Each one's
Okay.
the same. I just wanted everybody to have access to them if like one's using them and somebody else wants.
Yeah, that could be really useful. Just
Yeah.
like if somebody gets really stuck and stubborn on a point, like
Yep.
showing a picture could be like, be moving.
And that's exactly what Chip does usually. Oh, sorry guys, you guys weren't. I forgot. But yeah, Chip does. Chip is really good about pulling up this booklet, and I think it's really helpful. It was made by Alexandria, the Radical Vegan, and I think it's really good. She has another one that I haven't really checked out called the Gore magazine. I'm sure it's more updated, but anyway, those are the resources available. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Hi. Yay! We're live on YouTube. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Awesome.
As long as they're not gonna make fun of us.
No, I try not to. I genuinely just want to have a conversation. Yeah. So I'll have you just stand right there.
Okay.
Or both you.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Hi. So my name's Anna. What's yours?
Jasper.
Jasper?
Kai.
Kai, lovely to meet you.
You too.
So we're just, let me grab my sign. We're asking people about oppression.
Oppression?
Yeah. Oops.
Okay.
Which is, it just means prolonged cruel treatment. So being unfair to somebody. Do you think the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
No.
I agree.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
No.
I'm right there with you.
Especially for those who are disabled.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's not fair. Anybody who's vulnerable. Yeah, exactly. Well, then, I'll ask you two more questions. They're going to seem obvious. What if the oppressor's really strong? Do they have the right then to oppress?
No.
I agree. Again, it'll seem obvious. What if the oppressor's really smart?
No.
Okay. So this one will seem like a gotcha, but I did it, so I'm not judging you. I did it for a long time. What about the animals that we send to slaughter to use for clothing or experimentation or entertainment? Would you
It's just as bad.
Ah, right. So you agree
Right.
that they're being oppressed.
Yeah.
Are you guys
Totally.
vegan?
I've been a vegan most of my life.
Are you
I'm
vegan
not
now?
right now.
Okay.
But I'm also homeless right now.
Okay.
And so the reason why is because it's like I have to just get the food that comes to me, you know?
I can understand.
And so, but I totally agree. I think it's like genocide. It's like, and I also think like if somebody, like if a friend of mine hunts food and they give it to me, I'm like, I feel better about that. But I do think like anything in the grocery store, mostly, even the stuff that's like foster, or just, or not foster, or anything. I mean, even if
I
it's
know
like,
what you mean.
It's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
It's still not.
Well, so do you know what vegan means? We'll go from there because I'm really interested now and I like want to ask a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I'm trying to narrow them down. So what
Do
does
I know?
vegan
It just
mean?
means like no animal products. And
So that is a side effect.
so when I was vegan, I was pretty much no animal products except for honey, which a vegan told me I was never a true vegan because I had honey. I was like, oh, I didn't even think about it then.
Sure. Yeah. If
But-
you're not brought to the information, then
Yeah.
you know.
But for me, I think it was about like harm, and so the bees didn't seem as harmed, but I'm sure they are too. You're still being invasive on them.
So veganism just means that you're against demanding someone else's exploitation.
Yeah.
So if someone was exploiting you and selling the benefits, I wouldn't give them money because, I care that you're a sentient being and you deserve your inherent rights to be respected. So that's just all veganism is. So if
Makes a lot of sense.
in the times that you do have options, do you find it to be a moral obligation then to live vegan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll never like order chicken.
Well, so when you're
no, actually, that's not true. I have recently.
So
but for the most part,
what is it that when you see the animals that still makes them a resource in your mind?
it's just not. I think it's more of like a numbing. I think it's just like our society's so numb to so many things. Even like homeless people. That's why that's my thing. I'm like choosing to be homeless because I'm doing it so I can be like, dude, why is it so hard to not be in the system? Like you either have to get a job and like be a slave. I think humans are next, actually, if we don't get our acts together.
Well, I mean, I personally don't want to be someone's kebab, right?
No,
You don't wanna
dude,
be
who
someone's
does?
kebab.
Not for some
If my
rich person?
oppressor has other options, I
Yeah.
would hope that they take that, right?
Definitely.
Right. So you did say you're homeless. You say you're homeless by choice?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, so then what's stopping you from being vegan if you're homeless by choice?
It's like in a situation where, like last night I was at a big vegan shindig, so there's no problems.
Yeah.
But
I think
sometimes
there's
I'm
one
like,
tonight too.
yeah,
There's
sometimes
another-
I'm like, I go someplace and somebody's like, oh my gosh, we have dinner right here. Here you go, cool. And it's like, lasagna with some meat in it. And I'm not going to be like, pick it out. I'm like, I also value the connection. I feel like if anybody's going to, like, if you want to communicate to me some good information about veganism,
Yeah.
if we have a good connection, you have a much better way of getting that through. And so I value the connection I have with people, even to the point where I won't shame them for like giving me meat or be like, no, I don't want your fucking meat, man.
What if someone came to you with like poodle mixed in with spaghetti?
Oh,
Would you eat
You know
it?
what? I probably would, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, just because that's where I'm at right now in life.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you're really giving me poodle?
What if it was a
Okay.
human baby?
No, I wouldn't do human baby, but I would probably do poodle,
Right.
to be
So
honest.
what is
If they
it
were
that
going to eat it too
justifies
with
that?
me, I would be like, okay,
Right.
you eat it with me right now? Okay, let's
Yeah.
do it.
What if they were going to eat it with you? They were going
The
to
poodle?
eat the baby.
No, not the baby.
Right. So the point that I'm trying to point out is that you
It's the
do
same.
know to say no.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
I
when you
like
have
having
the
this
choice,
conversation. I
which
want to make
I
the
just-
best choice.
I just want to emphasize when you have the choice, let me put you in the victim's perspective. If you were the animal, right, and your oppressor had options, what would you want your oppressor to do?
Choose options besides my
So are you
deceased
willing
body.
to live in alignment with that principle?
Yes.
Okay. So are you going to live vegan from now on? What would you want your oppressor to say?
I want my oppressor to say no, but there's more conversation I can have with you. But I totally get what you're saying, and I agree
I'm
with
here
you.
I'm here to talk to you. I just,
Yeah.
I'm not here to like
No,
force
I
something
get it,
on you.
dude. It's
I
a
was gonna say, it sounds like you align with us.
I do align
I'm
with
more
it.
trying to find
I've done
what,
the same thing.
what
dude.
is it
I
that
almost
stopped
wrote
you?
once on a bathroom stall, like if you don't choose veganism, like some horrible thing. because that's what I felt like, and I was vegan at the time. And then the next day, I was sitting with a friend, and this lady like was giving me this cake, and I was like, oh, she's like, I made this cake, and I was like, and then we were all eating it, and she's like, oh, yeah, there's milk in it, and then it was just like this weird thing of like how much it does come up, and how much do I want to really put my foot down for a lot of things, but it's like I got to choose my battles, and
what would you want your oppressor to do if someone made, a cake out of a woman's breast milk without consent?
I'd ruin the cake.
Exactly, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's okay to respect.
I get it.
It's
Yeah,
okay
yeah.
to tell
You're
people
right.
to
You're
respect
totally
your
right.
boundaries.
Yeah, yeah.
If you know that there's something immoral happening and you don't want to support
Totally.
it, there's nothing wrong with telling
Yeah.
people.
No.
And in fact, you're going to help others learn because you have an opportunity to educate them to also live in alignment.
Totally.
Yeah.
And it's just, there's so much fucked up stuff in the world today. It's like you got to choose which battle, or else you come across like everything's like, oh, you're gonna eat that? Are you gonna do that? Are you gonna spend that? Are you gonna support that person? And so I'm just like, okay, I gotta choose my battle.
Yeah, it's not about
completely agree
policing
with
you. I was gonna say,
I
I'm not
agree.
gonna follow you. And,
No, dude,
and
you're
make,
right.
It's
I'm
all about
totally right.
you're gonna know
Yeah.
what it's your
Totally.
principles. That's all I'm pointing out. Is that we all share principles. So I have a card here for you. It sounds like you already know a lot about what goes on in the industry, but I encourage you to watch the documentary just so you remember why it is that you would want to go vegan if you were in their situation, right? And then there's also, if you scroll below that, there's nutrition information about how to get everything from a whole food plant-based diet. What's not on there though, which might be helpful for you, is called Food Not Bombs. Have you heard of them before? Okay, all right. Yeah, they give away free vegan groceries, so
great.
every Saturday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
So definitely give them a check out.
We were at the vegan thing at Satya in Sierras. Do you know them? They're like big vegan people.
I think I heard about that.
It's such a cool vegan gathering they have at their house, like every
it's
Friday.
someone's house. Okay. I think I must be thinking
It was
something
like
else.
there was like 20 people there last night.
that's
Everybody,
fantastic.
dude, in my car right now, I have the best vegan soup you will ever have in your whole life. Would you like to try some?
Probably not today, but I do appreciate the offer. I'm glad that also you have a lot of good vegan
Why would you
soup.
not want to try the best
I
soup in your
mean,
life? If
you know,
somebody
I don't
offered it
know
to
you. I don't know
It's kind of
what's
like the
in
oppressor
there.
question.
Well,
Okay,
it's-
I don't know you. I don't know what's in you. You might
Yeah.
be trying to kill me. Okay.
I don't know about that. It's just, I don't know what's in there.
All right. Well, I got you too.
If I had a mystery soup,
I got
would
you
you
too.
eat it?
I got her too. Just-
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the soup. Definitely check out that documentary. If you want to see the live, if you flip it over here, Vegan Stoner Lady, you look us up on YouTube, you can see how we spoke.
I'm not trying my soup is not the same thing to killing
Oh
it.
yeah.
I'm sorry. That was a bad
That's
joke.
okay. I understand you're making a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a deep subject that's kind of.
It is. It's one that I think we need to talk about exhaustively.
I do agree.
In bigger circles.
Yeah, it's
with people
because
who have more opinions.
There are more people like you that literally do want to live these principles, but there's uncomfortable social situations.
Yeah,
I've been through them too. In fact, when I first went vegan, I actually introduced cheese back to my diet for a long time, and I just didn't think about what was happening. But every time I took that cheese was saying, it's okay that we grape cows to impregnate them and then steal their babies after 9 months of pregnancy. If it were me, I just couldn't imagine going through that. So how could I ever ask someone else to go through that?
Well, my issue is I also see, I was living out on 82nd, and I was meeting a lot of people out there who have been trafficked.
Yeah.
People, just literally kidnapped and,
Yep.
trafficked for, sex and all kinds of stuff. And I was just and then all those freaking massage parlors around Portland, those are all brothels.
Yep.
And I'm like, these are two examples that I'm just why does nobody care?
Oh, yeah.
And it's the same as with you. Seriously,
Oh, yeah, no,
same
I used
thing.
to be a massage therapist. I know actually quite a bit about that.
It's huge human
insane.
trafficking going on here in Portland, and
Yep.
nobody even bats
See,
an
the
eye.
difference between those human
And the same
issues
thing
and
with
the
the
animals.
animals.
No, it's they're both atrocities that
Yeah.
need to be stopped and need to be
But animals
talked about.
Can't say anything about it.
They can't talk, but also how many times a day are people demanding animals go through this versus how many
Right.
times a day are
It's-
people
it's
trafficking
horrible.
human?
It's
And it's not an
horrible.
either or. It's
No, no,
just
no.
you can do both.
It's all bad.
You
It's
can
all
do
bad.
both. You can stand up for humans and for animals. I appreciate you looking at that resource card, by the way. Thank you for doing that.
Thank
Awesome.
you
Well, I'll
so
let you
much.
guys go. Thank you so
Okay,
much
thank
for
you.
talking.
You got
And
it.
can I ask you one last question?
Uh-huh.
How many more animals do you want exploited for you? Is it more than 0?
No, I don't want any exploited for me.
All right. How about you?
None.
Right on. You guys are amazing. You have a
Okay.
great day. Enjoy the market. Yeah. That was good. That was a good conversation.
For sure.
Yeah.
Just seemed like
Yep. It was actually really good. It was deep. We got into a lot of topics, a lot of topics that aren't usually touched on, like not living in a home traditionally, and doing it by choice versus necessity. And yeah, there was a lot covered there. So do you guys want to go? I'll keep going otherwise.
I will if you don't.
Okay, I'll go after you.
Okay.
Yeah.
No pressure either. If you guys still want to, once we get to noon, that's when we'll switch over to anti-animals. So
Okay.
this is like just warm up. If you
Yeah,
want to get
I
in.
just read that thing, so I'm like, okay, let me go. I want to do that, like predicting the future one before, where you
do?
predict that
Okay.
they'll defend animal cruelty at some point. I don't know when
have
I'll do
them.
that, but
I'm going to make sure there's a link in our group, and I'll put it actually in our Signal chat. Keep wanting to say WhatsApp. I'll put it in our Signal chat. The link to these, because this is just Alexandria's posters, and if you ever want, you can get them made smaller if you ever want to make one or something.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. You want to sign for you?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I like that. Hello.
And then we march where you stand behind that line over there, and then they'll stand behind that line. Oh no, I meant right there.
Oh, like this.
Yeah, and you can see yourself.
Oh yeah, I forget now.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
yeah.
easy. Hello.
Do you want this side or do you want to turn?
Oh, the other side's fine. Either one. You can switch as much as you'd like.
I've been doing it, the experiment in flipping, but I mean, really, both are good.
All right. Hello.
And if you want to, you can read the comments and take breaks.
Let's see. Veganism is not a diet. It is not. That is very correct. Reading chat is fun. Looking for a reason to hate is listening to others. Hello. Hello. Have time for a conversation? All right.
Potential coordination of order about
If it gets too quiet, we can move too. Looks like it's pretty busy over there.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that.
If we needed. Or we can like really stick it to the coffee place over there.
Yeah.
Oh, did they give you trouble last weekend?
Yeah. They put a chalk on the ground that says do not block. It's right by the trash can. What are you talking
That's crazy.
about? Yeah. It's funny.
We should take chalk and put, unless you're vegan.
Yeah. Thinking the same thing.
Vegans only.
They didn't expect us to come with our literary tools. Cute hat.
Oh, oh my goodness. That is a cute hat.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi there. Hello. Hello. Hi there. Hello. Anybody got time for a conversation? Hi. Hello.
How long it takes? Say like 5-10 minutes.
5-10.
Good, how are you?
Hello.
Good. How are you today? Good. I don't know what petition he has, but he's got a bunch of petitions.
I think I asked him if he was vegan earlier because they were like, as we were walking into the bathroom, they were like, "Want to do something to protect animals?" I was like, "Are you vegan?" Like, as I was walking by, I was like, "Oh, that's confusing."
That's funny. Is it the IP28?
I think so. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No clue.
I didn't know they were walking around here. It makes sense. There's a lot of people.
Makes sense too because we get accused of having it.
I know. I was like, oh, that is another clue.
Hello. Hi there. Oh.
I don't know
what? So what?
Hello. Do you have 5 to 10 minutes for a conversation?
5 to 10 minutes
Yeah.
about IQ tests?
Oh no.
Just about oppression, but
What do you want?
it's just an interview. We're live on YouTube too. Is that okay?
I guess I'm really trying to get away from YouTube.
No worries. You can, if you stand where you are right now, you're not on camera at all. It's just your voice. So just the recording.
Okay.
Alrighty. Do you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
I still think the powerful should exist.
I agree. What if they're smarter or than the person they're trying to oppress?
I think it's really, really, really hard to tell if anybody's smarter than anybody else.
Right, because there's so many ways that intelligence can be measured.
Yeah.
I agree. So I think I'll say, what do you think? What would you say in the context of the animals that we use for our food and our entertainment?
What about them?
Like, is it okay that we're oppressing them?
I'm not sure that you're going to define oppression that way. I the factory farms are horrible, but I've lived with and eaten goats and cows.
I did it too for most of my life
and
until
they
recently.
seem to like me just fine.
Well, I mean, we wouldn't know about the ones that we've eaten because they're already passed. Like I know the cows that I've eaten probably didn't like me, or probably wouldn't like me because I ate them. But the cows that I can save now.
That's a perfectly reasonable position.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you'd find that most North American natives felt that the animals were there to be eaten. And when you have a respectful relationship with them, then you're fulfilling a common.
Well, I would argue, because I'm indigenous too, and so I argue now that culture isn't even a justification for causing others to suffer. And I did wanted to say,
that's where you could get in trouble, because killing something doesn't make them suffer. I'm sorry, there's no way you can convince me of that.
if somebody were to cause you harm to the point of fatality, that wouldn't be suffering.
If they did that, then I would no longer be feeling anything.
But I think I don't know if that's true. I don't know if you would feel like that's actually genuine.
No, I understand, and I respect your religious beliefs, but I think the idea that we have anything after we die is absolutely absurd.
Oh no, I was just saying, like, it is causing harm and causing suffering.
Do you know about what is happening? And this is like really, really, this is like Hormel. There's a autistic woman who really communicates well with animals, which is not unusual for autistic people. I get along with them too. But what was I going to say? Oh, she was observing. I don't know how she got invited, but anyway, Hormel invited her to see their processing plant. And of course, they kill hundreds of cows a day. Mm-hmm. And she came and she said, "What's freaking out your cows is that big flapping thing that they have to go through in order to get up to the killing shed." And they took it out. They did the other thing she said about what makes cows calm. And the cows were fine.
I think it would be nice to be able to believe that. Although, however, like what we know about individuals, like and how that we know that they have a willingness and a want to live, like a true desire to live, like even without that big flapping thing. When they're getting slaughtered, yes, I 100% see animals the same as I see humans. It's just another species. I wanted to say that oppression is the prolonged suffering, causing the prolonged suffering.
Yeah, I know, and probably all of those cows had a much, much, much more horrible life than they had execution.
Then they had what?
I said I guess I could think of her name. Anyway, the autistic Temple Grandin. She helped them make the killing process less traumatic for the cows. But that doesn't mean they had a good life at all.
No. And actually, if you were to ask her, she actually doesn't feel the same way about dogs as she does those animals. Like if you were to apply her same techniques to dogs, she'd be against it. And so it begs a question of like, what is really the difference? What's the moral difference? And I guess I want to ask you like, why do you personally not, or why do you personally feel like it's okay to go on consuming these people for either your enjoyment or?
Well, that's an odd. I don't exactly know how to respond to that question. My ancestors who lived up near the Arctic Circle were totally dependent on dairy and fish. That was all that they, they didn't have a long enough summer to grow
Here we're
anything.
dependent though. Like they're dependent on that. Here we're like, we're able to shop at the farmer's market, where there's a lot of other options other than animal-based foods or like excretions.
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't know that animal-based food is better for me or not, but I think it is. I don't think it's the same for every individual.
Well, I think we could look at that too, like whether it's better for us or whatever, whether it's worse or better. But it's more important for me, at least, to firstly look at whether it's right or not. And I feel like once I agree that it wasn't right at all, like in any circumstance, to force somebody else into existence, whatever species they may be.
Do you make a distinction between wild animals and domesticated animals?
In terms of their like morality or sentience, consciousness? No.
In terms of your, do you relate to hunting any differently than you relate to the meat industry?
No. I
you think
abolish. I
animals
think
should
both
just
should
not
be
eaten?
abolished. Yes.
Even though, are you just saying they just shouldn't be eaten by people, or they shouldn't be eaten at all?
I mean,
because most ungulates would have a huge and have had a huge impact on ecosystems if their normal predators are killed off.
I think what happens like naturally or in the wild is okay because I have no part in that. It would actually be unnatural for me to try to go and stop a lion from eating whatever they're eating and wherever they are.
But lions are more what than you?
More desperate for their food, I could say.
More desperate. Well, I think you're making an awful lot of assumptions about animal consciousness.
What would those assumptions be?
Well, that animals in balance ever get desperate.
That they do.
That there's a normal relationship between prey animals and you're really hurting my memory thing. Between prey animals and the carnivores that live off of them. If you have an environment that's not out of balance, they're actually both making a positive contribution.
Do you feel like that balance is possible while humans are doing what they're doing with the animal agriculture industry?
I don't think there's any justification for the way humans live on this planet at all. I mean, I don't care about somebody killing and eating me because, as far as I'm concerned, even though I work really hard, my impact on the planet is ridiculous.
But you would still say your experience matters to you.
Huh?
You would still say your experience matters to you,
My
even if someone were to kill and eat you. You're saying like your impact isn't much, but your life is all you have. Like,
well, see, I mean, I don't have those religious beliefs. I don't put any more value on my life than anybody else's life, whatever species they are, and I don't see the big issue that people make. There's far more horrible things that we're doing to most of the species on this planet that have nothing to do with them treating them as food.
Yes, because the problem lies in how we see them as individuals.
No, I think the problem lies in the fact that we're out of control and we have, that we don't participate in the natural process of balance.
Yeah, because I agree with that because it's not here. Like it doesn't exist anymore. Humans have pushed things to such a far degree that can't possibly exist. However, like what we do, the four of us here right now are vegan, and we don't contribute to that. We are actively trying to speak against it. So the appeal to saying like, oh, we're too far gone, isn't a good reason.
No, I'm not saying we're too far gone. I'm saying that there's far worse things that we do in impacting the other species on this planet than eating them.
Well, but it's all horrible then. That's what I'm saying. Is
I could say that, and if that was true, then I would think it would probably be worthwhile to go get a M16 and see how many humans I can take out before they take me out.
Why would that? How does that correlate?
Because all of our lives, even me, who works really hard at being a good person, are having a horrible impact on every species on the planet.
That's you can, but if you found that you could reduce that impact by stop eating them, like, would that be important to you?
Well, I mean, killing you would stop you from eating them also, right?
Well, yeah, but my experience is important to me. Like, you wouldn't want to take somebody's life just because it benefits the animals. Like, I wouldn't want to take an animal's life just because it benefits ours.
I'm not as clear about things as you are, and it probably has something to do with our differences in ages. I've been on this planet for more than 3/4 of a century, and I spent my adult life since about the mid-60s trying to recognize what honorable living is and how to build my relationship with other species on the planet.
That's good.
And things have gotten unquestionably worse continuously the whole time I was in that process. And some of it has to do with being naive and not having any idea how to influence people. But, after time, you get better at it.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
I'm not criticizing your choices, but I don't think that they're automatically applied to everybody, including me.
I think it gives me a little confusion because, like you say, at one point in your life, we're really trying to form that connection, and it seemed like form that connection with animals or the other species, but the pressures and stuff of society, is that what you're saying? Like, or just like, other people not doing so kind of made it hard, or the atrocities of the world made it hard for you to feel like it was possible to fully feel connected with other species?
What is hard for me is the total lack of compassion and value that people put on others' lives, whether they're people or rocks or animals or fish, whatever they are. I mean, basically, human beings have been out of control since trading started, 3,000 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think there's any clear ways to respond to that.
I understand that.
I don't question you making your response, but I also don't feel any reason to assume that I should take the same response that you do.
I understand that because I was also I feel like I've also been at a moment where I had that same sentiment that I was living with. I want to, I guess, tell you personally, like, you do have power. Like, every day that you're walking around here, like, every day you're on Earth, like, you do still have the power to, like, change people's minds on how they should have that compassion towards rocks. If you feel like they should value that rock, like, yes. But also, like, animals that are just like us as well, like the sentient beings that may not look like us. There's a question I think about a lot. That's like, if we were born into a reality of, I forgot who said it, what their name is, but it's like, if we were born into a world where we didn't know what body we would come into, like, we would want to make a world that is just and fair for whatever body we may look like.
I mean, you can say that if you want, but you're not really describing anything real, in my opinion. I don't think we're aware of taking bodies.
It's more just like a a situation to think about as like if you were born as a cow, if you were born as a pig or a butterfly or a fish, you would want the world to be as just as it could be for you as well.
Yeah, you see, what I think the point is that you didn't choose to be a cow or a pig or one of these. You chose to be a human being, and it still doesn't give you the wisdom, I guess, something like that. It still doesn't give you license to determine what's real for other beings.
Well, I mean, nobody really chose to be human. What do you mean?
Huh?
Nobody really. I didn't like choose to be human. That's what
You
I'm
were
saying.
just saying, what I heard you say was that if you choose, whatever you choose to be, a cow, a pig, a human, or whatever, that you have a right to enjoy that life.
Oh, no. My point was like, if you were like, we didn't know, like, I didn't know I was going to be born into this world prior. I didn't exist.
Okay.
But it's just like if you were born into a body and it wasn't a human body and it was another species body, you would just want to have the same. You would want you would want everybody to be able to have the same. Respect for each other. Same type of living, basically. Like, I'm not. Just because I'm born as a cow, I'm not now worried about that I might be used for my body. It's like, oh, everybody can live happily together. And obviously that is unreal, kind of fantasy world. However, it's important to know that like you yourself still have the power to help other people believe that, to see that point of view, that everybody should have a just life.
I would not assume that. I don't think that I have sufficient superiority or oversight compared to other human beings to assume that anything I have to say is important. I say what I say just because it I respect. It's a way of respecting myself, just like I try to respect everybody else, and that how I manage to value the reality that I'm in, which is largely created by myself. That
What's the stranger in my house?
I'm sorry, I do this.
No worries.
I think it started when I was like in my 60s, and I have a hard time. I get something so complicated in my head. I get halfway through describing it, and I can't remember what it was.
I get kind of where you were going. Like you respect other people's like you don't want somebody like just thinking that what they have to say is so important that they just will take your time and try to like convince you that what they have is just because it's important to them.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. That's a really good.
I think that's what you were trying to say. Or where it was going.
What is clearly to me related to this is I used to belong in a group called Crossing Party Lines, and I'm not into parties at all. I've been an anarchist my whole life. Good. But anyway, I like the idea of what they were trying to get people who had fundamental disagreements to sit down with each other and hear what the other person was doing. And the most important thing I got out of that experience was the fact that everybody has their own facts. There's absolutely no sense in talking to people about what's true, because it's not true for them. We all have our own truths. And what's important is that we learn to interact with each other in positive ways.
Yes.
And I think that applies to other species.
Yes.
And in particular with domestic species. And I don't know why, but I want to tell you a story. My granddaughter was like just beyond sense into horses for most of her younger life. And the first time that we actually rode together, I saw her, she came up on her horse, and I could see in her face that exactly what she was thinking, which was, wow, Pop, you actually know how to ride? And she didn't have to say a thing. And both of us immediately knew what she was thinking, and that we were sharing communication without any, even maybe even any intent to share communication. I don't know why I wanted to tell you that story, but I did.
It's a nice moment with some animals. I appreciate hearing about it.
I mean, one thing for sure, which is part of the complication of all these discussions, is the fact that I would hate to lose the relationships we have with domestic animals. I think domestic animals are different from wild animals. I think that I don't have an opinion about whether they would prefer to be wild or domestic, because most domestic animals wouldn't survive in the wild.
Yeah, I think the main goal would probably just be to keep the animals we domesticated, take as best care of we can of them now. But all the wild animals we try to leave alone to our domestic.
Yeah, I agree. It's like that's just the minimum.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this, and I don't understand how to sell that to people who don't believe it already.
Well, we have super easy just cards that you can even give out. Would you like some to maybe give out as well?
No, because I don't really.
We can give you extra.
I don't really share your need to convert other people. I don't like that idea.
But I'm not trying to convert anybody. See, that's
why are you passing the cards out?
So that it's just has resources on it, just so that they can. It's education, just so they can read and watch what happens to these other species that we take advantage of.
Yeah,
Would you be willing to at least check it out yourself? I'll just give you one.
All right. I really, one of the most profound disappointments and fears that I have is the way that the internet has been developed by human beings and how it oppresses human beings now. Mm-hmm. And so that when you pass me something that's only valuable from looking up something on the internet.
I get that too. I mean, we do have a folder, but it can be graphic and it's not accessible. This isn't accessible right now, which gives you some time to view it in a moment where you're able to on your own. But I mean, we have folders here that are very in your face, and right now, if you would like that, it's just.
No, because I'm really not. I don't have an investment in. That's propaganda. You put it together to influence people, and I think that that's a mistake.
It's more of just a collection of what really happens, though. I mean, if I went
propaganda is useless if it isn't mostly about what really happens. Otherwise, people go, "That's just propaganda. I'm not going to listen to that."
Yeah, but that's not true, because propaganda a lot of the times is untrue. I don't know, foreign propaganda.
Remember what I said about everybody has their own facts? Who are we to say that somebody else's reality is untrue? That's just a really, really excessive judgment.
But propaganda is also made a lot of the times with the intent of perpetuating an idea. This is literally just a collection of images of what happens in factory farms.
Okay, I'll say something different. I know an awful lot about what happens in factory farms, and I don't want to see any more images of it.
Why not?
What?
Why not?
Because it hurts me. It hurts me the same thing. It hurts me the same way it hurts me to see pictures from Gaza.
Yes.
It's just it's just an example of the sickness that is represented by modern humans. Mm-hmm. And like I say, I spent my whole life trying to influence that. I've decided that wasn't such a good plan.
It hurts when I hear you say that, because I feel like you're somebody who would really be able to speak up for these people. It sounds like you have a good connection to other species.
I mean, I think that might be somewhat true, but the just to get back to, everybody has their own facts. I have my own facts.
But like Israel's facts are garbage, when it comes to what they've been doing to the Palestinians, and so there's facts that are morally and objectively false, that we can feel deep down.
I don't want to disagree with you, because I really don't know, but I'm really hesitant to even think I can imagine what's going on in the minds of Israeli soldiers. It's just totally beyond my conception.
Yeah, that's another level of something I don't even want to get into. Yeah,
I mean, I can be clear about Netanyahu. I think the guy should be assassinated.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's how I feel. But that's nothing to do with, there's not anything to do with the full picture.
But
it's definitely a clear condemnation or judgment on all of us for creating and it is worldwide. It's very bizarre to me what's one of the big things that have changed during my lifetime is that what's happening here is becoming the same thing as happening everywhere else. It didn't used to be that way, if you didn't know that.
It's all connected, yeah. I wanted to say, just like we oppose the oppression that's happening in Gaza or elsewhere, anywhere in the world.
Including right where we're sitting.
Exactly. It's the same principle when we think of because like you said, you think of species as all the same. You don't make a distinction. I try to oppose their oppression as well. And part of doing that, or main part of doing that, is not eating them, not using them for our enjoyment, and not using our buying power to demand that it does happen to them.
What do you mean not using them for enjoyment? What are you talking about?
Like zoos or...
Oh, the zoos. I guess there's a way that you can say it's done for people's enjoyment. But
yeah, like rodeos. Like there's been rodeos where they they stab the bull as the rodeo happens to.
Do you know how much rodeos changed in the last decade?
I know they've changed quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean all of the animals that participate lead these just cushy lives, and they're trained to do the things that they do that makes. They're trained to be good actors in the rodeo. And I don't know that applies to all the things that you're saying, but the thing is that it's really important to realize how varied things can be, and it absolutely is related to people's new respect for animals.
But we also know that like I know those bulls probably, the way things, I don't know, I guess people pay for those things to happen, right?
Yeah.
For their enjoyment. Just that alone is enough for me to feel like it shouldn't be happening. The bull.
This is not just the bull. There's a rider too.
Yeah. Who rides the bull?
Yeah.
And I feel like he shouldn't be riding the bull. Like the bull should have the freedom to not have anybody on their back. Because they can't communicate saying, hey,
okay, we're back to you got your facts and I got mine. I really think you're making a mistake if you don't think there's more depth in people's relationship to domestic animals.
All I do though is put myself in their position. I wouldn't want somebody to ride my back as I'm trying to buck them off, even if I'm trained to do so. I wouldn't want to be forcibly impregnated. Carry a pregnancy to term.
And I respect your opinion, but I think you are making a mistake in thinking that there's that much similarity between your reality and the bull's reality.
I'm trying. Well, and what do you mean?
Exploitation is a funny concept. It's absolutely central to what I call modern life. Post hunter-gatherer life. Oh shoot! There we go. I lost my train of thought again. What was I going to say?
It's very essential to hunter-gatherer life, or post-hunter modern.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry, I lost that one.
If
you talk long enough, it'll come around again.
What was it? Shoot. Happened to me too. I guess I'll just circle back around to it's like I put myself in the animal's shoes, and I'm just trying to tell you that we have the same moral standards for these animals and whatever. So if you want to live in accordance with that, you would not be eating animals. Like if you are truly an animal lover, you don't eat them. And if
See, you're making a lot of assumptions, and then you're making a lot of judgments that I'm not going to say they're not true, but I think that you are clearly. When we get to the point where we're trying to sell other people on our beliefs, I think we start losing reality.
I'm trying to sell others on their beliefs. You already came to me feeling connected to other species, having this past, like knowing that you had spent time in the mid 60s, 70s.
And if I were to
that
stop,
way.
if I were to stop, maybe you don't make this distinction. When you say that I should stop eating animals, aren't you saying that everybody should stop eating animals?
Eventually, that is the goal.
And I think you're wrong. I think that people eating animals has been various kinds of good throughout human history, and very,
moments.
very much in balance with humans before 3,000 years ago when we turned animals into products.
We framed. I was just gonna say we framed the. It's like we framed the situation now, so we are dependent on it. And I feel like even if we were to look at past situations and what we could have done, we could have moved away from using animals. Like, who knows? We could have ended up moving away from using animals.
I think I have a good question. How do you measure the benefits of that?
Of what? Like specifically?
Whatever rules you're going to impose on everybody, how do you evaluate what's best or right or good or any of those adjectives? Isn't that all about what makes you feel good?
No, because not necessarily. It makes me good to not eat animals because I know others aren't being exploited for my enjoyment, and I know that it matters to them at the end of the day. Like, it matters to the individual pig, the individual cow, the individual dog if they are slaughtering dogs. Like,
well, I really, from my experience with other species, I think you ought to be more cautious about assuming that they have the same experience as we do. I'm just asking you to be cautious. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Cautious that, like, they don't...
What you just said about individual pigs and individual dogs is not only are they not like us, they're not like each other. There's as much variety in dog consciousness and lion consciousness, and I mean, I don't know about lions. I've never spent any time with lions. But anyway, let's go back to domestic animals, which I've spent a lot of time with. They're all individuals, just like we are.
Yes. And that's why I see that each of them matter. And that's why I feel like it is a good that I'm doing. It is good for them because that individual matters. They have an individual personality.
And I'm asking you to be cautious about your assurance that what you're saying is really in the best interest of those other species.
It can't not be, because like if I say I used to eat meat all the time. I used to eat cows. I knew a cow had died because I was putting it in my mouth.
Okay.
And I not only knew that, but I paid for that, which put another cow in that cow's place for my next meal.
Do you make any distinction between the cows that are raised on factory farms versus cows that are raised by some person,
small family farm?
with two or three cows, and they keep that population steady?
I don't, because the quality of life someone has while you're exploiting them doesn't justify the fact that they're being exploited still.
Well, I mean, I can't say you're wrong. I absolutely would never say you're wrong, but I really think that you're missing a piece.
But
and the truth is, I really think it has something to do with your age.
And that it might be bias coming through then. If my age is because I actually haven't even told you my age. It's just that I'm young, so
that's what
it's
I
not
mean.
even.
I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to say that there's even any assumable identity for people, whatever age they are. We don't. Our lives are completely different.
But what
moment to moment.
What age were you when you felt like you were like mid 60s, 70s? You said you were trying to feel more connected to other species.
Ooh, I'm not sure what I was referring to.
I mean, I guess my point was just that, like, you know,
I mean,
you've been young too. You were
vegetarian.
young as well.
I was a vegetarian for a decade.
Nice. I mean, like, it's definitely a good step. Like why were you vegetarian? May I ask?
Why was I vegetarian? I think that may be prejudicing my perceptions of you. I might well be making assumptions that you are like how I was, but that are totally inappropriate. I just don't know.
I think I've only been vegan 9 months. Like, I have not been vegan for long. I have lots of cultural foods that have meat in them, that use animals for them. And it was a hard thing to unlearn. I met somebody who showed me that it wasn't as hard as I thought it was. And it wasn't as hard as like all the like got milk. That would be propaganda. Even like the got milk campaign, it convinced a bunch of people that we needed milk to strengthen our bones, while science has found now that it's not true. There's a lot of things in the animal
But that doesn't
industry.
mean that everybody who drinks milk doesn't get calcium to build up their bones from the milk. It just
Well,
means
no.
that you can get it other places.
Yes, and not at the expense of somebody else, being that cow who had to go through pregnancy and whatever.
Except, if you should, I don't know, have you ever seen how ecstatic cows are about getting milked?
I have not. The videos I've seen they're not normally very ecstatic.
Oh, well.
They seem more ecstatic when they're like in a field of grass.
We might, not if they're pregnant, or not if they've been pregnant, not if they're producing milk.
What do you mean? Like,
it's important to them to be milked.
By the baby cow. By the baby cow's mouth.
Okay. I'm getting to the point where I'm arguing with you. And
There's cows. Those cows are bred to produce excess milk, a ton of milk. So they would need to be expressed.
Okay, now
should
they be eliminated because they've been domesticated?
No, we would just take as much care of them as we can. Like, we would express the milk and then not use it because we understand that it wasn't meant for us.
And it's not meant for the baby cow either, because otherwise we're just going to continue this horrible.
I mean, you could separate the baby cow from the mother. There's a lot of complications that would end up happening, but first and foremost, we just have to see them as people who deserve a quality life that while not being used.
And this is where I think you get yourself in trouble. And this is just my opinion, and it's absolutely age prejudicial. But I think that you don't. Oh shit! What did you just say? I'm sorry. I lost it again.
No, what did I say? I had said something about how, I'm not sure. I get really focused. I start to get really focused on what you're about to say, so I ditch what I said.
Yeah, I know. And then I start hearing things out of your mouth that may or may not be accurate. I mean, it's really... It's a real challenge just to sit down with people and listen to them, which I think both of us do a pretty good job of.
Yes, I love listening. I love learning. That's how I ended up vegan. I guess I just want to say, like, I don't think I'm better than others. I think everybody else is capable of the same thinking that I am. And even if not, like, I would just then do my best to use my thinking power to help them out. It applies to anybody, whether that be a human or an animal. I believe that others around here also value animals. They value dogs, they value cats. I believe they can value cows, pigs, chickens, and fish as well.
Yeah, but I don't know. If you watch the little dogs on leashes that there are 1 million of now because they're breeding them?
Exactly, and that's a big problem. I'm also against that. I would also tell people to stop breeding dogs because that's something that we do specifically for a companion pet, and that's for enjoyment, and it's not fair to them.
But it's also and dogs are a very unique species because they've been associated with human beings for thousands of years, way back, before there were any records kept. And as far as I know, they're the only species that has a relationship like that with humans. And maybe that there are any species that have that relationship with any other species. And that's the thing. If you're a lion, you go around being a lion.
Yeah.
But if you're a person, you go around trying to be all kinds of shit.
I think we're going to wrap it up just so that we can move on with our, maybe reach somebody else as well. Because it does seem like maybe we'll check out those resources.
Sure.
And maybe not eat animals until you do. Just maybe be plant-based until you check out.
No, because right now I have a new diet that's fish and dairy based, because that's where my ancestors ate. And I'm experimenting with that, so you don't get to substitute something for what I'm currently involved with.
All right. I would just encourage you to check out those resources then. And
I will be glad to check those things
maybe
out.
get back to those values you had when you were younger too. It may feel good.
Anyway, thank you for being here.
Yes. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a good day. You want to say anything?
No,
Yeah, that was a
baby. That was just a lot.
You want to process first?
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. That was a lot. Okay. All right, we'll probably do a couple more on here, and then we're going to switch to anti-animal use. If you're not already following anti-animal use, please go follow us. Yay, Elvin. Everyone said you did great.
I feel like I get moves back and forth, so I don't really know how to
Was it okay? Do you want to have?
good.
Okay.
Like,
Do you want to have like a safe word to be like, hey, I want out and I don't know how to end this?
Yeah, I don't know. Just I guess what would you guys have said?
You can. We had the phrase "How's the angle?" before because we have a camera, and so it's kind of code for like, hey, I just need someone to, and which actually was perfect for you to say, hey, we need to wrap it up. That way, it sounds like it's official.
I don't mind being like, oh, we're just gonna wrap it up,
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, if it's somebody who's
Yeah, if you feel comfortable, do that too. But sometimes I totally have been in the situation where I'm like, I don't know how to put my words in here. I need someone to call out.
How long it's been. I'm like, has it just felt like 20 minutes or has it been 5?
That was some time. Yeah, it shouldn't. Honestly, once it starts to feel like it's long, you can then be like, okay, well, maybe you just need some time to think about this. Please check out the resources.
Okay, yeah.
Don't feel pressured to keep going.
I don't know.
Yeah, you might have actually provided more for him than you know.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. Awesome. You covered a lot. I heard a lot of it too. Are you going to hold that for me? Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's anything else.
To be like, oh, my diet.
Yeah, to appeal to balance. Oh, hi. Hi. I'm Anna. What's your name?
Eileen.
Eileen, we're live on YouTube. Is that okay?
Sure.
Awesome. I'll just have you stand right there.
Okay.
Just so that you're in view of the camera.
Okay.
All right, awesome. So we're just asking people about oppression. Let me show the little suction there. Should the powerful have the right to oppress the powerless? Oppression means prolonged, cruel treatment, unfair treatment. Should the powerful have the right to oppress the powerless?
Even if it's short treatment, they shouldn't have the right.
I agree, yes. I
And
know
if
the prolonged
anybody-
seems unnecessary.
Yeah, I'm afraid that you're going to have to with MAGA.
Oh, yeah.
Because of their cult, you're going to have to move your IQ test up further, I think.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't disagree.
The higher IQ, anyway.
Yeah, I know. I don't disagree on that. Well,
Okay.
so my next question, since I'm sure you already agree, even if they're stronger or smarter, the powerful shouldn't have the right to oppress the powerless, right?
Nor should the powerless have the right to oppress the powerless.
Oh, I agree. No, that's a
Yeah.
great point. Just
Okay.
suffering an injustice doesn't justify causing an injustice.
Okay.
All right, so this next one might feel like a gotcha, but don't feel judged. I did it for a long time.
I don't have a problem.
Beautiful.
I'm judgmental, so I don't mind being judged.
I love it. That's
fair.
beautiful. That's a good way to put it. What do you think about the animals that we send to slaughterhouses or use for entertainment or clothing? Would you agree that we're oppressing them?
I'd have to qualify it because, yes, generally, when it's frivolous.
Do you think?
But with some, because if you're going to go to animals, then you have to include mice.
Mm-hmm.
You have to include anything.
Right.
And I think that if you realize that all the testing that has saved billions of lives has been testing. So
Yeah, you're
I don't
touching
think
on a good
anything
point here.
simplistic nothing has a simplistic answer except the first question.
Yeah. So when it
So
comes
qualified,
to
you know.
I absolutely hear like necessity, right? That's what you're saying. In times of necessity, it can be understandable for someone to use someone else.
You're talking about animals now,
Yeah.
right?
Like so for testing.
For testing,
In the argument of necessity, it could be argued that you're saving more lives, right?
Yeah.
I hear that.
and eventually even animals' lives, it goes down,
Absolutely.
filters down.
It would, I just want to enlighten you that actually 96% of the studies that are successful on animals fail in human trials. 96%.
Yes, but that is scientifically the same if you give the statistics for those trials that fail without using animals, same percentage.
So what's great though is I hear that in the past, I understand the justification, and there is new technology that can be supported that's found to be more accurate. It's cheaper.
Right, but I just object to using that statistic without contrasting it to the other, because it's
I'll put it this way.
then it's a false. You're setting up an argument that doesn't.
Yeah, what I'm
valid.
bringing up is about
Well,
what
yeah,
you're able to do in
common
your
sense.
yeah. So in your
But you know
life,
what? I also don't think that anybody doing medical science, which of course is almost impossible, just it's going to take us years to catch up from the damage they've done just in months, is choosing to say, let's use dogs. Why use this new technology? I mean, I just don't think that's even a rational assumption.
Yeah, why?
Because people in that care about saving. So I think one can generalize, only generalizations, right? Not all care about animals as well.
Yeah.
So
when we don't need to study like on beagles, right? When we don't need to to do this to them, we shouldn't be doing it to them.
No, of course not.
I agree. So what about the cows, the pigs, the chickens, the fish, even the animals that we use for entertainment in the zoos? What about them? Is it okay to oppress them when it's not needed?
This is where philosophically and morally I would say no, right? But I think you need to transform society to do that. And especially now that they have the plant-based stuff.
Right.
So there's less of a reason, and we know that the animal fat. So,
do you think
but I'm not pure. I mean, my chicken, I just don't eat a lot of beef because I don't care for it all that much.
Do you think there's anything that you need from animals?
Yeah, I wish I had a dog because I could use the affection, but I can't afford to have a dog or take care of it properly.
I totally understand that want to relate with
right.
someone.
So if you're giving me a philosophical and moral question, I agree with you.
Yeah.
But I'm going to counter you with one.
Yeah.
That doesn't have to do with animals. That we've been talking about this week. Spiritually, one should, at best, assume that every life is of value. Human life,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not this lifetime for me with Trump and his acolytes. So right there.
Yeah, I'm not for them either.
Well, I know, but that's still taking what is a moral principle, and then knowing that I failed to meet that, and I'm not even ashamed of it. I mean, part of me says, yeah, I should, and I my quip is.
I just don't think I understand. I'm
okay,
sorry.
what I'm saying is, I can state that on a spiritual level, no matter what beliefs, it's always the preciousness, the sacredness of human life, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would not. I mean, I come from the generation of all Kennedy and all those people being assassinated. I would never wish anybody to be murdered on a practical basis because then they get your guy or woman. But I don't believe that the adult Trump has any value or worth at all. And that shows that I cannot support the intellectual and spiritual beliefs I have.
Yeah.
So I think that I'm raising that to you because things are complicated.
Well, so all I'm trying to point out, the power that you have to make change in this world, right? At least as far as politics go, that's like your vote. right? And who you support as like your representative, that's how you can make those changes. You can call your representatives and harass
Right.
them. When I'm talking about the animals, I'm talking about
I understand
3
that.
times a day doing
I
this.
totally understand that.
Okay.
And what I'm saying is it should be a bit easier, but you've had an agrarian culture forever, and it's just going to take a long time. So I can totally agree with you and be honest enough to say that I'm still going to eat chicken.
Well, so what is it about a chicken that makes it okay to do that to them?
Well, because I don't really eat a lot of beef.
Well, okay, in general.
No, it's not okay. That's what I'm trying to say.
I didn't say it was okay.
No, but I'm telling you, according to when we're asking me a moral
What I'm asking
question,
you-
I agree that.
Do you know what I'm asking?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, please let me know. What am I
Okay,
asking
I
you?
thought you asked me, is it necessary or okay to harm, which would certainly include eating, sorry,
No, yeah.
animals who
when it's not necessary.
That's right. And what I'm telling you is that on a check the list of what's right, I agree with you. But what I'm also saying is we can all do that. But it's actually still, there are so many things, that's why I was using the example of Trump, that I totally devalue any worth of his existence.
I know, but
contrary to
we
the belief.
can't do anything about Trump other than talk about, but you can stop supporting exploiting animals by not buying them, by not giving money to those that exploit them. And that's all I'm here to tell you.
Yes, and I don't disagree with you, and I was
Okay.
just carrying it over. I was just being a little bit more honest.
Oh, no, I hear
because
you.
everybody
I'm just
who
saying you
has
can do
any
both.
conscience,
You can stand up against
No.
Trump and be against animal exploitation at the same time. It doesn't take more energy.
maybe I'm not being clear
Like-
enough about my point.
Well, so I just want to be clear that when you're thinking about what you're going to eat, you're already going through the trouble of thinking, I'm going to eat something for lunch, right? You have to already think what you're going to make.
No
And
disagreement,
okay.
but what I'm pointing out to you is that is a lovely goal, but the reality is human beings, it's going to take a lot of
What if you were the
evolution.
victim? What would you want your oppressor
You're still not
to do?
hearing me. I agree with you.
I don't
but
think we're even
peop-
talking about the same thing, honestly.
Okay, if I say that,
I'm talking about, let's say someone's oppressing you, and I have the option
let's go back to the animals.
Yeah, so that's my point, is that I'm talking about if you were the victim, if you were the animal in the cage, or the animal being even hunted in the forest, would you want the oppressor, the one coming after you, to stop or to do whatever they're going to do
Yes,
because
and
Trump's
I'm just
in
going
office?
beyond your question, which is a yes/no kind of good.
I think you're
listen.
adding
I
weird
am
con-
adding no because what I'm
Doesn't make
adding
sense.
is a
I'm so
dissonance.
sorry. It doesn't make
Listen,
sense, though.
we as human beings all have huge things like animals and small things. We know it's right. The point is, for all of history of mankind,
Are you just
we
saying
don't
that there's too
necessarily
much, you can't be vegan?
No, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is we don't do what's best for us a lot of the times. We don't do best for anything.
Are you saying you can't do
try
better?
to. No, we can do better.
Okay, that's all I'm asking.
But it's still, I just have a real problem. I'm a former teacher, English teacher, I'm a writer, and I just think everything has subtleties and complications, and all I'm trying to do is being extremely honest and bringing it up to a level. I don't disagree with anything you're saying.
Yeah, I'm just asking for you and the options that you have to choose vegan. When you don't need to demand someone's exploitation, don't demand it. That's it. That's all I'm here to talk about.
I understand, and what I'm doing that you don't want to hear
No, I just don't understand.
is what
I'm sorry.
telling
I'm
you
not trying
that
to be
I know
rude.
you're right, and I'm probably only going to do it as much as I already do it. And that is just...
I just feel that's a contradiction to your own principles, because if you were the one in the cage, you would want your oppressor to stop.
I know, but here, what we're talking about
You're
is...
just telling me an excuse that
Okay,
you get
there's
to use
something called-
animals
no,
because Trump's in
no,
office.
No, you're...
Okay, I think I'm going to end the conversation because we're really not going
I'm just going to say
anywhere.
one more thing. Do you know the principle of cognitive dissonance? You don't.
Please tell me.
Cognitive dissonance is holding two contradictory motivations or ideas at the same time, and I'm saying that's what's human, and I'm aware of cognitive dissonance.
But you're using that as an excuse to continue doing
I'm
bad
using-
habits.
No.
Yes. Yes, you're like a grapist that's saying it's okay. There's a
Well,
lot of
you're-
bad
you're
things in the
just
world.
going off that-
I enjoy it so much that my pleasure matters more. I'm going to worry about other things. My victim, I don't care about their experiences.
No,
that's what
I'm
you're telling
saying
me.
is that
so we're
I
gonna
will
end this
do my
conversation.
best.
Well, you're not, because you're in a farmer's market. You can literally get everything
Guess
you
what I
need on a
came
vegan
for?
diet.
Apples.
Okay, do you
I
use
have-
animals still?
Do I use animals?
Yes. Why are you still going to eat chicken? You said chicken earlier.
Because
What
I
makes
am.
the chicken deserve to lose their head?
The chicken doesn't.
Okay, so why are you doing it to them? That's it.
We're going back and forth. Would
Would you like my resources?
No, thank you.
Okay. I think we're going to end the
understand what
conversation.
you're saying,
If
and
you
I'm-
don't want to learn more, then I'm done talking to you.
Well, maybe you also look.
Would you
I
like to have the
appreciate-
information?
Let me just tell you. First of all, I don't know your name.
Anna.
Anna, I just raising it up another level. I'm not talking
for
right
Trump.
or
I
wrong.
don't know why you're talking
I'm not
about
talking,
Trump.
No, I am talking about you name anything that we should do and that people don't
So
do.
you're saying nobody should
And
try to do anything
No,
ever.
and that's the whole thing of learning is to try to
I
do
don't know what you're
better.
saying then.
Well, I'm sorry. I
Doing
can't
better
say it
would
better.
be to live vegan. You live in Portland. This is like the third most easiest city to be vegan in. I don't know what you mean.
Doing
you can live
better.
vegan. We have 2 fully vegan grocery stores. 2. You can get everything you need on a vegan diet right here and
That
never
would be
use an
doing
animal.
best. You're not doing with any relatives, and I just say life is relative, and that.
Well, if you
that
were
we
the
have to
victim, I
accept
think
it.
you would feel that it's more black and white, that you would want your experience
No,
respected.
you just
wouldn't
came to it.
tolerate
Nothing
it.
is black
You
and
wouldn't
white.
tolerate being exploited for someone else's convenience.
Okay.
And that's all you're telling
you
me
need
is
to
that
study
the-
some psychology.
Okay,
With due
I will do
respect.
that. I will do
And
that.
I'm not. The sad thing is that I think what you're doing is wonderful. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just also taking in
understand.
human nature, development, and all of that.
I
If you
know
look
that
at the
I know
most
humans are not perfect,
cutting
but
scale,
you can do better. You know better.
I'm just telling you something that's really interesting that I just came across. The presumption is that we are cognitive being, that we are feeling beings. No, I'm sorry. We are cognitive beings who think, who feel. The reality of the latest neuroscience and everything else they know, philosophy, psychology, everything, is that we are feeling beings that sometimes think. And that's where we start. So that's my only point. Maybe
Okay.
that's a better way of explaining
Okay.
it. So I'm not
Well,
your
just-
adversary.
Yeah, I agree. I know.
Okay,
I think we're
that's
just.
all.
I think we're just more like just stuck on a
Coming
weird
in-
point.
yeah, and
As long
so-
as I appreciate you at least taking my resource and just check out my documentary and ask yourself if you want to give your money to those people.
Well, I will pass it on,
Awesome. I really appreciate
but I'm not
that.
going to watch it.
Okay. Well,
Just because you've talked to a really honest person who just is honest,
Yeah.
and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do and not, and I'm going to just go buy
Yeah,
my
I don't want you to lie.
apples, not.
honestly,
because-
I think we all share the same principle that using someone without their consent is immoral, and I'm just more asking
Yes.
people to live in alignment with that.
Yeah, and the reason I probably 10 years ago wouldn't have gone to this place of my thinking and talking, but we're living the results of lack of people not functioning on rationality, and that
I
was
agree.
my political thing, and with
Yes,
with
I do agree.
climate change and everything else. So
Sometimes-
that's that. So I'm taking a macro view.
Sometimes it's about people just picking teams and they're not actually using logic. You know, that's what I think. I think a lot of people get comfortable in a routine. They get familiar with this is my team and my group. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's why but the point is what they've said is most people aren't picking teams on logic, and I think the political
Right.
thing shows you that because
Oh, I agree.
they have never proven it more than it's ever been proven because all the things they say, but it's okay to do that, but if our bill goes up, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we have people, I was joking about the IQ. Unfortunately, we have that Project 2025. These people don't have low IQs.
Oh, some of them are pretty smart. Yeah. The ones that are
so when we
benefiting-
talk
yeah.
about thinking, it's it is the psychopathy, the personality disorders. I'm
disagree.
just saying that we couldn't be seeing the fact that people just folded in this country.
Well, so let me throw in just
Yeah.
another idea. Wouldn't the idea of teaching others, so everyone's
Yes.
so divided on politics, wouldn't the idea of teaching others about like respecting even the most vulnerable would like develop this logic of, oh well, if using arbitrary traits to discriminate even against species
Here's
is wrong,
what I would love
why
you
would
to
I do this against other
I was a
fellow
high school
humans?
teacher and above high school, but I would love to see a program started in kindergarten, preschool doing that. I think that's how you're starting to get change.
Yeah, I agree, because that's it, when we're children, that's when we most
That's right.
understand that logic
That's
of,
right.
I don't want to be hurt. Why would
So
the squirrel want to be hurt?
that's where you start.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree. But I mean, we're talking right now. I think you're not a child. You know, we're having a great conversation.
Right.
It got a little heated, but we brought back down because we're mature adults.
Yeah.
So
And I wasn't going to give up because I knew you were.
I just honestly wasn't understanding.
I know. You
Yeah.
just were not. I know.
I
Because I'm really
respect that.
talking
Thank
at
you.
a level that. It's just, I'm not saying that it's my individual level, but there's so much. I'm a member of a Unitarian church.
Okay.
And we're always talking about the dichotomy between, their thing is that the only values come from love and respect and how we work towards them. They don't pretend. There's no magic. There's no confession. We struggle for those things to do it right.
There's a documentary you might like. It's called Christspiracy. It's not a debunk film. They go and look at the original sea scrolls, and they talk about. Yeah. You should check out this documentary.
What's it called?
Christspiracy, like conspiracy, but with Christ in the beginning.
Oh, is that when they left all this stuff out? A lot of this. Yes, and the Mary.
Well, no, it's more new than that. It's a newer documentary. Just look it up.
I will. I
Christspiracy.
think somebody even told me that they came up with new, even past the other ones where they left out Mary Magdalene, all of those, yes, I know what
Yeah,
you're
they
talking
go and
about.
look at certain words in the actual translations.
Is it on Netflix or something like that?
I think if you just Google it,
I
you'll
will.
find it. I think they have their
Christ
own
Conspiracy.
website. They wanted it on YouTube, but they weren't able to get it on there. But it's on our regular website, Christspiracy.
I will.
It's a beautiful documentary.
And I will thank you for telling me about that.
Absolutely, yes. It was lovely talking to you. You have a great day.
You can edit this stuff out.
Oh, no. It's all, they're going to see the whole context. They're going to see us up and down. You were great. All right. You have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the market. Yes.
We need to change the.
Okay. That was a roller coaster, guys. That was a roller coaster. Okay. It was. Oh, but I still think. Okay. We're going to end it here, guys. We're going to go to anti-animal use, so please go check us out there. Thank you to all my mods for keeping the chat safe. I really, really appreciate it. And we will see you in literally like 5-10 minutes. Go to anti-animal use. Thank you, guys. I see you all in there. Appreciate you. All right. You have a great day. All right. Bye, guys.